Hello everybody, this is Husky10. I've been trying to do this video for like 3 times. Each time I keep remembering to recalibrate the screen capture. I have made a crud load of video games. All added to my portfolio. I thought that maybe if I make a video like this, maybe I don't know what I was thinking, but I am celebrating 1 year of game development. 1 year. So I'd like to look back at all the games that I've created. So let's start with number 1. The first one is called it's a funny batch trivia game. That's all it is. I programmed it myself with a little help of the internet. The point of the game is simple. You type in the numbers to get the answers right. If you lose, the whole game restarts. This isn't my proudest game. Okay, the next game I made, I went on from programming to work in a game engine. Well, not exactly game engine, and I didn't exactly leave programming. I went to Scratch. I went to Scratch program. And this game was made entirely in Scratch. There's this site, if you download the game, you download the game and upload it to this other site, and it'll convert it to an HTML, which I used in this game. This game is called Bat Attack. If you follow my channel, you've probably seen me play it. I suck at it. You have 3 lives. The next game was, well, I'm not going to go through all these games in order, but I'm just going to start at the beginning, I guess. I already went through 2 of them. Some of these I will not be playing because they are strictly Android. So I decided to do a 15-minute game challenge, which was you had to make a game in 15 minutes, and I was learning GDevelop. I started in GDevelop. I think this is my first GDevelop game. This one was just called 15-minute platformer. This later became a game called Square's Punishment. That was when I was learning the engine. My first official game was Square's Punishment. So let's see how this game played out. Not much. I didn't learn much from making this, except for when you touch red, you restart the game. If I can stop touching red. One little note about Bat Attack, it was my first game with graphics. This one was my first game or project ever built in GDevelop, which is my sole use of game development. I actually want to learn BuildBox, which will enable me to make 3D games. So I'm going to uninstall that. Please bear with me. Where is it? There it is. As you can tell, I saw a scratch on my computer. But anyway, let's go to the next game. Asteroid Sweeper. This one was Android only. You swipe around on the screen to destroy asteroids while avoiding enemies. It was a relatively easy game. Not much to talk about. It was my first official Android port. The next one is Avoidance. This one was made in a challenge. I think this was made in 20 minutes. I'm not sure. Okay, someone did bring up, when you install it, it installs and goes on all over the place. That's kind of how GDevelop is. There's not much I can do about that. But anyway, this is called Avoidance. Yeah, as you can tell, my art was really shitty. Or really, really terrible. But hey, you gotta start somewhere, and sometimes your art isn't gonna be as great, but the game can be great. This game, you had to avoid all the red squares while collecting the coins. It wasn't perfect by any means. There's not a whole lot to write about. I could have probably changed some stuff. I might update this. And that was my game made in like 20 minutes. Now the next one is called Chasing Stars. This was made in another challenge. It's not perfect. This is pretty much all it is. You're collecting stars and avoiding asteroids. This one I kind of liked because the art, it was simple, it was doable in the time frame. I think this, I don't remember what it was, what the time frame was. But yeah, you gotta, when you start making games, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start in the little, you gotta start making little games if you want to make big games. The point of these is to learn. You want to learn all you can about your engine. You want to learn all you can about game design. So some of these games I made quickly and I slapped on a menu and called it a game. But not much to say about that one either. Okay, Christmas Attack. This was another one I made in Scratch. I started making menus, but I found out that they later broke the game. And there's no sound in this except for Christmas music. There's not a lot to say about this. This one was made for Game Jam, but it got deleted because I think I uploaded a little too fast. But that was Christmas Attack. Next one, Collecting Glasses of Water. This one was also made for Game Jam. The Game Jam was you had to make a prototype in 10 minutes and at it. A lot of people made shitty games. I made a shitty game. The problem with this one though, none of the game jams I ever joined, I was able to place at a good spot. I always lost the game jam, but which is kind of why I don't want to do game jams anymore. But I kind of want to. So anyway, let's play. I didn't even add sound to this. Your water drop, collecting cups of water. It was just a basic prototype, something made in what, 10 minutes? It wasn't anything fancy. Alright, we're good. Hang on. Alright, we are good. Yeah, I have several game engines. But anyway, the next one I made, this was a gift for a friend. I don't know if you played it. But it was, you had to collect presents. This was the first one. Okay, adding a menu to Scratch will break your game. This was made in Scratch. But adding a menu will break your game. See? You can almost die. For some reason, what the hell? Yeah. Not much to say about that one either. It was Christmas. All of 2020, I have been game developing on and off. But anyway, this one was also made in a short amount of time. You had to click the purple squares, and you had to avoid clicking the red. It wasn't perfect, but at the same time, it was a game. This one was made in another challenge. I think this one was made in 30 minutes. Not much to say. I will be putting a link in the description to my itch.io page. If you want to play any of these games. I might have ported this to Android, but I don't know. And I lost. I also wish I added a high score, but anyway, I'm uninstalling the games as I go along, so next one was Dot Eater. This was a Secret Saturday. Secret Saturdays are where I upload random stuff that have to do with game development. Sometimes I'll drop a video, sometimes I'll mostly drop games. I've dropped songs. If you want them all, they're all going to be on my website. I will also put that in the description. This one is called Dot Eater. You can kinda guess what this one was. Wait, no, this wasn't a Secret Saturday, but yeah, you get the point of what Secret Saturdays are. This wasn't the Secret Saturday. The songs, though, were. This must have been a really large game. I think there were 5 levels. When making this game, I had to set the variables low because it wouldn't count right, which is one of the bugs in GDevelop that I wish they would fix. This is practically a Pac-Man clone, just to see if I could do it. Level 2 added a ghost. And I died. And there we go. Oh, sorry about that. Now I'm gonna uninstall it. Now, what game is next? Alright, Double Team. This one was made for the Brackies Game Jam, which was earlier this year. I failed miserably at it. This was a multiplayer game, my first multiplayer. Let's see what we got here. For some reason, you gotta play a quick game. The main complaint I got about this game was yellow was too hard to see. Making this game, though, was actually a learning curve because I didn't think I would be able to do this. Ooh, hang on one sec. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, did yellow not jump? Okay, the point of this game, though, you had to jump on top of each other to get to the goal. The main complaint, though, was the yellow player was... The main complaint, though, was the yellow player was too hard to see. And this didn't leave much to game design. I actually don't consider this my best, but I tried. Let me uninstall that one. Now, the next one is Detour the Test. This was my first commercial game. I'm actually really proud of how this game turned out. I love making it. It was actually pretty good. The point is, you're a robot sent to be being tested to save humanity in the zombie apocalypse. This one is actually connected to another game. Yeah, but I really liked making this game because I always had a vision in my mind about Detour, and I had nothing to do with him until I made this game. You could shoot lasers, you could jump on top of enemies. There were several hidden items. This robot was actually designed by a friend of mine. I hid this as an Easter egg. This is Pong. But yeah, I really liked making this game. Okay, for some reason sound effects didn't play in the first level. You had to collect computer chips, which is what was at the end. This game wasn't perfect, there were some bugs, but I still really enjoyed this game. I tried making a sequel, but I still have no idea how I'm going to go about that. So let me uninstall that. Now, the next one, oh gosh. Now the next game is Hello World. I was also really proud of this one. You're a rocket ship collecting stars and flash drives. It was meant to be a relaxing game, but it didn't fit relaxation, I think, mainly because of the music. I'm not gonna go through all the games due to time. I mean, I gotta go sleep soon. But anyway, here's the game. You unlock parts of a poem. I could have spent a little more time polishing, but I wanted to make a relaxing game. For instance, the stars do nothing. I wrote comma, oh my gosh. If you guys don't know a little bit of background about me, I started out writing poems and stories. I'm actually a writer. That's how I started. I tried to incorporate that into this game. Yeah, I didn't name half these games. Again, Alright, I'm gonna go through the next few quickly. High Speed Shootout was a Secret Saturday game. It was a fast-paced shooter. I love shooters, if you haven't noticed. This one took the cake, though, because I was really proud of it. It was just something for Secret Saturday. See, it's kind of hard. Yeah. Next one. Invaders. This was a Space Invader clone. This was also a Secret Saturday, I believe. If not, I'm sorry I misread you or something. I'm sorry I misguided you or something. Alright. I like how this only had one level. So that was it. It was a Space Invaders clone. This one is an Android only. It's practically a clone of the Internet Explorer Dinosaur game. This one was my first Secret Saturday. It's called Messenger. One little note, when you install these games, you gotta kinda uninstall the previous game and reinstall it. Otherwise, it will override the original versions or corrupt the game. Now, this one was called Messenger. It was a graphic novel. It was a visual novel. This one was really interesting to do, but it's not I'm not proud of it entirely because the storyline is just bland. Alright, the next one, No Time to Die. I think this one was also a apparently it was a oh, this was supposed to be a Bloons TD a Bloons Super Monkey remake. And I put it out. This one's kind of interesting. It's for Android 2 and for PC. So, see? You touch any of them, you die. That one was pretty basic but fun to make. This one was my first time remaking Scratch, the Scratch ball game. The Scratch Pong game, if any of you guys don't know what that is. You have one paddle and you're trying to keep a ball in the air. If it touches the bottom, you die. This one, I didn't know how to reset variables, so it's broken. And do not play the tutorial, because this is practically all it is. It's so slow. Somehow I got 7 points. Yeah, I didn't know how to reset variables. If you are good enough at your engine, you can make, at the engine you chose, you can make any game you want. You can make any game if you put your mind to it, if you can figure out the engine. This one was for Game Jam. This one I collaborated with my brother. It's the only time I collaborated with someone on a game. This game was called, Rabbit Force. My brother chose the name, I made it, he made the art. We were supposed to have Melee in this, but I couldn't figure out Melee at the time. I'm still trying to figure that out. You're supposed to collect carrots. You have lives, so don't touch the bees. This isn't our best. The game wasn't judged, so thank God for that. Joey made all the art, which is why it kind of looks good. I am not an artist. Well, I kind of am. And I gotta get used to making my own art. See? Thanks for playing, creation and programming by Jonathan Sparrow, art and music by Random Author. That was his pen name. The next game is called Space Age. This one got a lot of positive feedback, but I did not. It was for a jam, and I could have spent a lot more time on it, but I was so sure I was gonna get a good rank, but I failed. Let me see what all I have to install. No Time to Die. I have to uninstall Rabbit Force. Okay, for some reason it's not. I did do this for a tutorial also. Alright, here's the game. This later became Bat Attack Remastered. This is what Bat Attack Remastered started out as. One complaint was the person had to try to die. The theme of the jam was, it's so bad it's good, but I guess it wasn't bad enough to be good. Anyway, this one was my second Scratch game. This one is over a year old. I took the code for Bat Attack and I re-edited it. I kinda don't like using Scratch anymore because it was buggy. This one was originally going to be set on paper. Literally, it's going to be a notebook background. Everything was going to be hand drawn. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, like 23 or 24 games, all made in 1 year. It's been fun doing it for over a year, and I look forward to doing it more in the future. I do have some big plans and some big ideas. I hope you guys are excited for them as I am. Bat Attack is currently being worked on, and it will be released sometime soon. I have quite a lot to do for that game. But I hope you enjoyed this looking back. That's my 1 year of game development at a glance. All games that I've made. I hope to continue, and I hope that you and I will have the same thing, which is the lust for learning. I want to learn more, and I want to learn all I can. Like I said, I do plan on making a 3D game. I'm going to learn build blocks, which is similar. For instance, you can create 2D or a 3D game. I want to make a 3D game. But yeah, that's my 1 year at a glance. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. I do tutorials, I do devlogs, I do random gaming let's plays. So if you're interested in all that, hit subscribe. I have an Instagram, an itch.io, and a website. I will leave the link for them all in the description. Thank you.